Hello Amazon, this is a video review on the #1 rated electric dog fence. It's invisible and wireless containment system and is totally safe for your animals, particularly your dogs. So what this is here is it's a full system that basically sets up a perimeter around your property so that way you can keep your animal within a specific range to your home. So that way they won't run off. It actually has a collar in here that you'll put on there. This does come with one collar. Go ahead and open this up. And it also comes with everything that you're going to need to actually set the entire unit up. So this is the collar here, which takes a 9-volt battery. And then you have your main box, which you will connect to the house. You have your plug, you have all of your cable that you're going to need, and then your instructional manual. So we're going to go ahead and get this set up, and we'll be right back with you. Alrighty Amazon, so part of the setup for this is you have to train your animal. You can't just set this up and expect them to know what's going on. So in the instructional manual they actually show you what the best way is to train your pet. And in that process, when you have your wire lines run, you can set these flags up to show where they are, so that way the dog or animal is actually going to remember where it is. So that way, you know, they don't always have to worry about the frequency, hearing all that. Alrighty Amazon, so we have the system set up temporarily as we don't have a line of defense of where we're going to put this just yet. But just so that way we can do it for the review purposes, we do have the line set. Now, this is your blue line. You run this along the entire perimeter of where you want your pets to stay. Now the radio button works, and what you have to do is it connects to this collar right here. Come here, Steel. Right here. Now this takes a 9-volt battery and it has long screws, and in order to turn this on, there's a button on the inside of here. You have to press and hold that for 3 seconds, and then it'll give you 2 series of beeps, and then it'll be on. After you've done that, you can actually set the intensity on this by pressing it after that light flashes 2 times. So once they start getting close, it's going to start beeping. As you can hear, and if they go too far, if they cross the threshold, it's going to give them a little bit of a jolt. Now, it's not going to hurt them, but it'll let them know, oh, hey, I shouldn't be crossing this. Now, you do have to go through and, yeah, she's not liking that.
No, he doesn't want it.
So you do have to go through and train your pet, and there is a manual on the inside of the actual manual to show you what the best way to do that. This does come with flags. I don't have the flag set up because we have the cables already laid out under the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to follow these cables. Now when you set this up, you have to make it a continuous loop. And what that means is both need to be connected at the beginning and at the end of your boundary fence. You can also change the intensity or the thickness of the boundary. Now what I have set up here is basically a double wall. So that way if they cross it once, they go to cross the next one, it'll be, you know, it'll be another indication for them that, you know, they got to turn back. But again, that's all contingent upon you training them so that way they don't go past that boundary. Anyway, Amazon, this was really simple to set up. When you are doing this, if you're doing a test run on it before you actually connect this up, you can cut these wires. This big tube, or not tube, this big wire here. All this wire, you get about 500 feet. So when you set this up, you can actually make a smaller one just to kind of get a feel for it. You can cut it, and then you can also splice the wires back together. Once you have the system completely tested and ready to go, you bury your wire under the ground, Not too deep, just enough so that way it's not going to be exposed, or you're not going to run it over with the lawnmower. And set out your flags. After that, you're all set. Anyway, Amazon, you can check this out over on Amazon, and it's a really great deal.